So we've got a 2019 F350 with a 6.7 Powerstroke diesel. It came in with a knock. It's been two other places, and they wanted to put a motor in it, so I'll let you hear the knock. Just better have the key. So they had an oil analysis done. There's no excess metals in it, so I don't believe it's a bearing or a rod or anything like that. Shut all the injectors off one at a time. Doesn't phase it. Nothing phases it. Going around listening to it, it almost sounds like it's coming from the rear area of the engine is where it's the loudest. So I'm suspecting it has a cracked flywheel, which will be real convenient because the upper oil pan is leaking, of course. So we have to fix that, so transmission has to come out. I'm gonna pull, I'll probably pull the starter. I think there's a little plastic window in there that you can pull out after you pull the starter out and you get it to torque converter bolts. Then I can stick my Powerstroke in there and see if we can see any cracks in the flywheel, but that's what I think it is. I don't think it's valve train because it doesn't show any misfires. The power balance is perfect on it. So, you know, if it was one of the slack adjusters or been a push rod or something like that, we would be down on power too, because we're going to lose, you know, each lifter has two slack adjusters in it. There's two push rods, one for each valve, intake valve, and one for each exhaust valve. So if you lose half of that, say, you're gonna be down on power because your airflow either in or out is gonna be lower. And he drove this thing when it started knocking. He didn't really have a choice. He had a load. He's a hot shotter. He drove it from the Oregon border up here, which is about 250 miles roughly. So, you know, and then took it to two other places. So I don't think we're going to put a motor in it. I think we're just going to fix the cracked flywheel and repair the oil pan. It had a couple other codes too. Let me grab that. Okay, so it's got a P0102 mass airflow sensor, circuit A low, which is right there. No, that's the air temperature. See, where's the mass airflow? It's over here on the air filter. Duh. No big deal. Intake air temperature. I'm gonna say somebody had that unplugged because we lost both of them. Unless, I mean, you would have to lose your 5-volt reference and a 12-volt for those two codes to set at the same time. So somebody probably had that unplugged. P0202 injector 2 circuit open. 204 injector 4 circuit open. I'm not buying that either. That doesn't make any sense. We'll have to look into that a little bit. We've got a O2 sensor circuit, sensor 1, bank 1, sensor 2, and let's see, I think that was it. But anyway, we'll get the knock handled and then we'll look at the rest of this stuff. But in the testing that I've done, it didn't reset any of these codes, so I'll have to, I don't really want to drive it because I'm not positive that it's just a cracked flywheel, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'll get that fixed and we'll look into this other stuff. But anyway, it's got about 200,000 miles on it, and the oil analysis came back clean. So, you know, normal amounts of any metals in it at all. I have it around here somewhere, but we're gonna take a peek at the flywheel, see if it's cracked. If it is, transmission's gonna come out. Of course, we're gonna replace the flywheel and then, or the flex plate, and repair that oil pan, upper oil pan. They don't use a gasket on them this year. I don't remember where they went away away from using a captured gasket in them, or maybe a flat gasket. I think the earlier ones had that, and then they went away from that. Now they're back to it because they had the leakage problem. So we're going to take care of that too. So anyway, this will be fun. Thanks.